that bad boy. A couple of them. Even the allied truck down there. APU is gonna start. I'm gonna go in. Good morning, people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So I'm gonna go in here and give me something to drink. And my niece should be here anytime, and then we'll head over to her house and spend the day there. Do things. And try to co-sign a new car for her. All kinds of noise out here. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Go get my drink. I like looking at pretty trucks all day. We know I don't like those internationals too well, but let's go get us something to drink. And we're in Casper, Wyoming. Yeah, I forgot the Sonic was over there. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm running out of clothes because I haven't done laundry in almost a couple weeks. So I'll be stuck in these clothes for the rest of the trip. Because I don't do laundry on the road. It saves me money not doing it that way. Because I usually have enough clothes. Because I'm usually only about a week and a half out. So that's how many clothes. I try to wear the same clothes 2 days in a row, sometimes 3. And then it's cheaper for me to do laundry at home. But yeah, I'm gonna go in here and get my drink. Look like a fool in front of all these trucks. Yeah, they redone this truck stop. They rebuilt it since the last time I've been here. It's nice, but I kind of miss the old building. Anyways, y'all have a good day. See you around today, hopefully. I think they're coming, slowly but surely. I think they're lost. Let's find out. I'll just sit here. Maybe they'll figure out the green truck. Yeah, right there. Just sitting on my truck waiting. There's my niece. See you soon. I like my crown, baby. I got you on video, kiddo. Nothing to say? Say hi. Hi, everybody. Hi. Can you stay out of that one? What's your name? What's your name? Don't know? Stay out of that. Yeah. Say something for the camera. What's your name?
Jasmine. That's okay. What's up, guys?
He's on video too. Huh? What's your name?
Jake.
Big Jake.
Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm. Can you count for me?
1, 2, 3,
What do you want to talk to me about?
5, 7,
My dad had multiple
8,
sclerosis.
9,
Every day
10,
for years.
11,
watched this amazingly strong
12,
man fight for his life
13,
and lose.
14,
So I can't
15,
sit by and watch another man I care about fight for his
16,
life and not do something about it.
16,
I tried to find your doppelganger.
17,
Same DNA, same cellular structure. I
You say
could replace
17?
your dying cells with his living ones.
18, 19.
You don't have a
20.
doppelganger on this earth.
What about A,
There's a good
B,
explanation. Meet me at
C.
Hoffer Park tomorrow, and I'll show you.
Why
D,
can't you just tell me?
Because you need to see for yourself.
E?
So I was asked a question yesterday on my Facebook Messenger on my like page. I was talking about this at the end of my video yesterday. And the question was, how do you know what gears you should be in on inclines in different grades? Well, normally it all depends what transmission you got. You can tell I have a 13 speed. So normally if I'm climbing Lookout Pass, I know that with this 13 speed, I'm going to be in 6 low the time I get down in gears and start really pulling the hill, which is about 1500 RPMs. This truck is gapped at 1650. I can't go past that on the red limiter. And that's how I know. So when you hit a hill, you're gonna start losing gears real quick. Like I said, I got a 13 speed. I can't really remember much of the 10 speed. I think you're down around about 7th gear at 30 miles an hour the time you start doing your pull and don't have to drop any more gears. I think that's what it, if I remember right. So like when I start losing gears, I hope you can see that. I'll use my trusty pin wherever it went, one of my pins. So when I start hitting the hill, my truck usually runs right about where this green line is, right? So when I get down here around 1200 RPMs is when I grab another gear. It will come back up to 1500 RPMs and then it'll drop down again. I'll grab another gear at about 1200 RPMs. They say these trucks, these new engines can go down to 1100 RPMs, which this one can. But it starts kind of like chugging a bit, so I usually just drop it to 12. Then it'll go back up to 1500 and around there. And then it'll just keep going and going and going that way until I get around about 34 miles an hour and 6 low. And that's when it'll start pulling. If you're on steeper inclines, more than 7% your interstate routes, but if you get on US highways and state highways and stuff, you might get 8 to 10% grades, and I'll be down into 5th low. Sometimes there's one grade in Washington coming out of Chelan. I'm all the way down into 4th gear trying to get up that at 15 miles an hour, and that's almost a 13 to 15% grade. But that's how I know when to shift gears on an incline and what gear to be in. You just gotta, you'll know the first time you hit a hill when you start shifting down. So like most of these new trucks, you don't, like the older engines, you don't have to be up in here to get power and all that, because most of the torque's down in here. But like the older engines, you want to usually stay around 16 to 1800 RPMs, and then when it get down to 1400 RPMs, you grab another gear and then jump back up here. But these new motors are different, so you get down in here into the lower RPM range and then grab a gear around 1200, and it'll jump back up to 15 and start pulling hard again, and it'll keep doing that until you reach the lowest gear for that grade. And like I said, most excuse me, most interstate routes can't be over 7% grade, and most of the time I don't go out of 6 low on those, and I don't usually go too much. I only do like 34, 33 up the grades. But that's how you know what gears to be in. You'll know your first trip when you hit a hill, like say Lookout Pass, and you have a 13 speed. You'll end up shifting down through your gears until you hit that one gear, then it'll start pulling, and you just want to normally keep that gear right there until you get to the top so you don't mess your power band up or anything. But like Lookout, I'm usually around 1500 RPMs pulling up that hill at 35. And that's how, and this truck's got, these are normally lit up 3 right here, but this is normally your shifting point is right in here. And this truck has an arrow up here. It'll tell you when to shift up or shift down. But I've gotten so used to this truck that I don't even notice it's there anymore. But usually after a few years of trucking, you know by sound. You really don't even have to look at the RPMs anymore. You know by sound what gear you should be in, and you'll hear the truck lugging, or like it's peaked out on its RPMs and you need to grab the next gear. And that's how you know what gear to be in an incline. So like I said, 10 speeds usually a 10 speed is 7th gear. This one is 6 low because it's 13. So yeah, is that right? 6, 7, yeah, 7th gear for 10th. 9 speed is usually, I have to think this one out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, I have to think this out. Actually, it's an 8 speed, but it's 9 with the low, but nobody really counts that. So technically, an 8 speed, you would be in 5th gear going up a hill. So that's the advantage of having a 13 speed, which is pretty much an 8 speed. An 8 speed is a 13 without the splitter on the side and the split gears. So the advantage of having a 13, I get what, 2 more gears ahead of what an 8 speed without the box speed. And 18 speed's pretty much the same thing. It all depends how much horsepower you're running too. That has a lot to do with it. I'm running at about 485, 500 horse. So if I had like 600 horse, I might be in 6 high or 7 low going up a hill. And that's pretty much the gear. That's the gear you want to know pretty much. You want to be in an incline. Now, going down an incline, everybody's experience is different, you know. I go about 40 miles an hour down an incline, and I'm usually in the same gear, or I'm in 6 high. Well, no, I'm in 6 low on this 13 speed going up an incline. So remember that on a 13 speed. And then when you're going down, you want to pretty much stay in 6 low if you ain't got the experience. Now, the new thing with these trucks too, I've got the PACCAR motor. Your Jake brake does not work the best here. This is not where you want your Jake. Your Jake needs to be all the way up here around 1850, 900. That is your peak Jake. Don't hit the throttle because that will give you an overspeed. And with the Jakes, you know, like this one, like I said, 40 miles an hour, 6 high is usually what I'm in. Going down Lookout, which puts me at a 40 miles an hour at 1800, 1825 RPM. It holds itself just fine. I don't have to use the brakes going down. And then that's pretty much how I get down. I think a 10 speed you want to stay in 7th, or maybe grab 6 if you're, depending on your experience. But you want to stay in 7th gear going downhill too. And they always say be in 1 gear lower than going downhill. But if you get this thing up, if it had a 10 speed, and I don't know what the gear ratio, the speedometer would be on a 10 speed on this one because my gear ratios on the rear diffs are different. But 40 miles an hour, so in 7th gear you should be around 1800 RPMs if you were climbing the hill around, because at 10 speed you'll climb the hill around 30 miles an hour, not 34 to 35 like me. And you want to be around on these newer engines, like I said. I don't know about Cummins. I know PACCAR and Volvo and Max Force are all around 1800 RPMs for your max torque Jake brake on these newer engines. So PACCAR especially, it says it right in the book. Your Jakes work best at 1800, 1900 RPMs. You're not over spinning the motor or anything at that. Just don't hit your throttle. If you have to shift doing that, you have to use your clutch to get into the next gear. That way you don't over RPM your truck either, trying to get into another gear, or let it fall down to 1500 and shift into the next gear. Is how you do that coming off an incline. Some people, if you are new to driving with about 5 years experience, I recommend you do 30 miles an hour down a hill in 6th gear with a 10 speed. You have a 13 speed, keep it in 6 low, the same gear you came up with, or go down to 5 high. And same with an 18 speed, pretty much, same concept and stuff. And that's how you know what gear to be in on an incline and downcline. especially in the Northwest, where you gotta look out 4th of July, Homestake, and Bozeman. Snoqualmie Pass, not forgetting that. The Cabbage, Donner. Donner, I don't know, it's a long incline, but that's a lot of techniques to try to explain that one. But it's pretty much anywhere from 6 high to 7 low going down that for me. It all depends, you know. So that's what I have to say about that. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And it was nice to get to see my nieces and all that. So this is pretty much just one video and whatever I put before it. But we will be traveling towards Salt Lake tomorrow. I don't know where we're going to stop. I'm going to call this video a day so I can just edit it and not have to worry about it. So I hope you enjoyed today. Thanks for coming back and watching. Hope to see you tomorrow. And what else do I want to say? You know it. Subscribe, dislike, like, comment, favorite, share. Share. Come on, people, share with me. So, and this video idea was brought to you by David Henning, who sent me the message. Thank you for the idea, Danny, for the video, and I got it up earlier than I thought. So I needed something to fill in today. I missed the car show, and I was hoping it was still here, but a storm came through Casper, and I think they all kind of ditched away. And I'm sorry it's a short video today, but I went to spend time, as you've seen, with my niece, her kids, and my nephew Jake, and it was nice seeing them. But anyways, we'll get at you tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Be safe. Give us trucker space. God bless you, and peace out, people. Bonus clip. This is where I want to take my family next year for vacation. Check this all out. I know I'm parked on the shoulder. An old steam train over there you can't see, but I know